Welcome back to another episode of TalkNWRC, and today I'm delighted to be joined by two of our students, and we're going to be talking about academic and cultural exchanges. So welcome to Antonio, who is the president of our Students' Union and is also studying the Level 3 Extended Diploma in IT, and Maya, who is studying the HND in music. Now, Antonio, I know you only got back from Philadelphia.
Yep.
Was it yesterday?
Aye.
So you must
3
be fairly
o'clock.
jet lagged, are you?
Probably, yeah.
Aye.
Can't feel it yet.
How are you feeling?
All right now. I woke up and got a cold shower, so
Aye.
I'm awake.
We'll try and keep you awake.
Aye.
And Maya, you've just come back. I think it was early April that you were on a trip to Finland.
Yeah. We also went to the Netherlands in February,
Yeah.
I think it was, yeah.
And no, Maya, your exchange was focused very, very much on your curriculum area, which is music.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of music programs going on.
Yeah.
Tell us what a typical day in Finland looked like for you.
It wasn't that much different from like going to college, except all of our like meetings, like all of our like classes, you would call it, were just like band rehearsals. So the first trip in Netherlands was solely based on the writing aspect of the songs and just like working together as a band because we'd never met each other before. Yeah, I was just focusing on the writing aspect, and then at the end of the week we recorded all of the songs that we wrote, and then we met up again in Finland to rehearse them as a band and then performed them at the end of the week in front of the
That
audience.
must have been great to work with people from
Oh,
another
it
country and see how
was.
they do things.
Yeah, it was so cool. I think we tend to like not take music too seriously. Like we like to have fun with it. Whereas like the people that I was working with, they're more like logic based on it. They really look into the theory of everything, which is great to have the knowledge on. But I don't know. I felt like it was hard to get a word in edgewise sometimes because they were just too serious about it.
Yeah.
Maybe, but it was interesting to see for sure.
And Antonio, I suppose you were away with students from different
Yep.
curriculum areas, and was it 16 days you spent in the United States?
16 days.
Was it your first time there?
Yep.
So I know one of the things that you did that there was a big focus on was the charity work. Could you tell us a wee bit more about that?
I can't actually tell you what day it was, but one of the nights we went to a soup kitchen called Chosen 300. So it was the 9 of us. We all went down and we helped prepare the food first. So there was like salads. They were doing all the hot food cooking because we're just volunteers. But the salads, the desserts, all that kind of stuff. And then we set the tables. Then we let everybody in and we were just walking around giving out the stuff. If somebody asked for a drink or some cutlery or an extra can or whatever, we'd give it to them. But there was a lot of people there. I think it was a highlight for most people on the trip because it was just so different to anything that we would see here.
Yeah.
So I think that had an effect on everybody, really.
Yeah. Did you feel like you maybe got your eyes opened a wee bit when you saw that?
Yeah. You wouldn't expect to see.
Yeah.
Like there was kids and all there too.
Yeah. And was there a lot of different places that you visited when you were there?
And we were at Philadelphia mainly, and then we went to New York for a weekend.
Yeah.
Some people went to South Philadelphia. To go get food on the last day, just to go get food or something. I don't know. But we stayed up around the top, and then we stayed more city centre than anything.
Yep.
And just saw all the sights. We went and saw Liberty Bell, did the Rocky Steps, the Independence Hall where they signed that thing. That was on one of the first days, so I might have been a bit jet lagged there.
Yeah.
So we saw most of the sights.
Yeah.
And our hotel was really close to the centre, so it was easy enough to get around.
Yeah. And Maya, you were saying that you did a lot of live streaming when you were over in Finland, and it kind of filled you with a new sense of confidence as well.
Yeah, the final performance that we did at the end of the week was live streamed on YouTube. It's actually probably still up there, but we only had like 2 weeks on it, just because of copyright issues or whatever. But yeah, the amount of cameras on me was surreal. I didn't know where to look. I was blinded most of the time. It was the most terrifying thing I've ever experienced. And I don't know why, but it just didn't come across that way. Everyone was like complimenting me on how like sure of myself I looked, and I was like, I was myself. Like I was so scared the entire time. Like I was shaking the entire time. And then because my performance was the last one of the night, they asked me to do the like thank you speech to like everyone involved in the project. So I was just backstage rehearsing like over and over. Like I had my band members' heads melted. It was awful. And then as I was doing the speech, people kept on like tabbing me, being like, remember this? And I was like, it wasn't in the script. Like I can't go off script now. But I think I played it off very well.
Aye.
But
And I mean, would you recommend it, Antonio? Would you recommend that students in the college, or maybe some of the students that are thinking about coming here in September, look into taking part in one of these cultural exchanges?
Definitely. I think it was a highlight of my 2-year, well, obviously not my course, but a highlight of coming to the tech.
Yeah.
Just coming, it's such a crazy thing to experience. You'd never get it in school.
And is there like an application process you have to go through?
Yeah, it was a handful of questions. So it was just, they said it was kind of to bring out your personality. So they picked the 10 people that came, just to see how their personalities were and see if they gelled together and see if it would be worthwhile taking them.
Would you say you've made friends for life with the people that you were on that trip with?
Yeah. I'd hope so anyway. We spent 2 weeks together.
Yeah. And what would Maya, what would you say you took from the trip? What thing would you remember more than anything?
oh dear.
Put you on the spot now.
Yeah, I was just too busy paying attention to him.
Is it that new sense of confidence you have? Because maybe you wouldn't have come on and done this
Yeah,
podcast
that's
today.
what I was kind of saying to myself. I was like, I kind of want to like stay on that high that I had from speaking, and so I keep on trying to push myself to do like more outspoken things, because I'm usually very shy. I grew up very shy and anxious, and so when I'm performing, like all of that just leaves me. So I'll sing anything you want, anytime you want. As soon as you ask me to speak, it's just blank.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just trying to push myself more. So I'm glad I got the opportunity to do that, if anything.
I think it's great. You know, the two of you have been away and you have been such good ambassadors for the college, because both these projects, well, I think yours was Erasmus and yours was touring, and you know, you have good futures to look forward to. I mean, Antonio, you're about to finish your level 3 extended diploma in IT. What's your plan for next year? What are you thinking about?
An apprenticeship or a HLA in the tech, doing computing.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to uni, so I think an apprenticeship or HLA is the best way to go.
So you've definitely got a lot out of your time at NWRC.
Yeah.
And my same question to you. You're about to finish your HND in music. You know, what's the plan for next year?
Well, they introduced the new top-up degree here at the tech, and obviously I'm going to do that. I haven't had any other opportunities anywhere else like I've had here, so I can only imagine that the top-up degree can offer me more.
And you know, you've never at any time thought, oh, maybe I should have gone to university. I mean, you've got everything that you wanted out of your education from being here.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like, not that we're not that formal, but I feel like everyone is just so easygoing here. Everyone knows the crack. Do you know what I mean? We're all friends. Obviously there is that line of like teacher, student or whatever, but everyone is just, they're so supportive, and I couldn't imagine going anywhere else.
Yeah. And Maya, you're in a band that's performing regularly. What's the name of your band again?
Bitch Sister.
So we'll keep an eye out for you maybe on the X Factor or whatever in the future.
Oh no, I wouldn't be about all that.
Well, thank you very much for joining me today. It's clear you two are going places. And if you're coming back next year, who knows, there could be another academic or cultural exchange in the pipeline for you. So thank you very much for joining me for this episode of NWRC. If you want to be a student like these two, our applications for full-time courses are open at www.nwrc.ac.uk. www.talkandwrc.uk.